Welcome back to another episode of Spotlight. The strike abound and much more around the corner. We are looking at a very interesting episode. I'm Emily Nieberlein.
And I'm Nate Colosimo. Let's get started. This is Spotlight. The day is here and the teachers are now in full force, so they have now walked out on strike.
Yes, they are, and if you aren't fully aware of what is happening, then Spotlight's very own Josh Watkins has you covered with the story. Let's check it out.
The day and the time has come. At 14 colleges, teachers walked out and are currently on strike after negotiations failed in Harrisburg. KUTV Spotlight has the story.
Proper education or no participation! Proper education or no participation!
The state walked away from the negotiating table. And from what I can see, they're trying to set up a second tier for our adjunct faculty or our temporary faculty where we'll never get the same pay that the full-time profs get. And it's just not fair. They are arguing that some places adjuncts get paid less, but those are in big cities where you can find a lot of PhDs in English or math. There's not a lot of PhDs in rural Pennsylvania, and our adjuncts came out of school when it's really expensive, cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. They got a PhD. They deserve to be treated fairly and paid fairly for their work.
I think Brogan was hired specifically to break our union and to basically take away public education. He did it in Florida. He wants to do it here because they're trying to have things like people with less than a master's degree teach, cutting out all research for faculty, which means we can't publish, which means the rankings for KU will go down. These are all things that really affect our students.
The students have been out today. It's been absolutely amazing, right? The way I always think about this, and the way I think that a lot of us think about, we've been talking about this, is, we really feel that this is our university. It's faculty and students. This is our university. That's the educational mission here, and we're the ones that make this place happen, right? This is where the learning environment takes place and all that. And you see that in the classroom on a day-to-day basis. But when something's like this, you don't know what the response is going to be. We've been floored. We've had scores of students who have been showing up here. This is our strike, our staging area. Just seriously showing up with baked goods, showing up with, to make signs, showing up to kind of see if they can pass water out or kind of around at the different lines. It's been absolutely amazing. They've been on our picket lines for the whole day and doing their own thing. They've been marching on campus and off campus. And it really feels like this is our space again. It feels like we've begun to take back this university away from the bureaucrats, away from these kind of political ideologues that want to cut higher education, and get back to the basic core about, what this place is. What's made this place special right from the get-go.
I was really enthused to see how many students were out here banging their drums and making signs and being supportive and bringing me cookies. And I'm just a rank and file member. I'm not an officer in the union, but I was totally blown away when the marching band came out there informally and just buoyed our spirits. So I'm really impressed by the KU student support.
I just want to thank all the students, but especially KU students, for being so supportive. It has made us want to cry. I'm not kidding. We are so emotional about the student support. It just, just really wonderful.
And though we do not know when negotiations will resume or when the strike will end, we will keep you updated here on KUTV. Reporting for Spotlight, I'm Josh Watkins.
Nate, I'm very happy that the teachers are taking the time to stand up for something that they believe in. And I'm very impressed with the student outcome in this strike.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. We're going to see what the students have to say after this.
My name is Anna Marie Benavenia. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I couldn't wrap my brain around that I had cancer because I always thought you were going to die. People think it's going to go away on its own, and it'll never happen. Are you aware?
One team.
One dream.
Think before you click.
Professionalism over profanity.
Think before you click.
Nothing is private.
Think before you click.
As student athletes at Kutztown University, we would like to remind you to think before you click.
We know the teacher's side, but the people standing right beside them are the students, and they're showing them that they really care.
Yes, they are. In fact, we had our very own reporter, Kara Urland, on the front lines in this special episode of Spotlight on the Street.
So, how do you feel about the strike?
I feel like the strike's appropriate, but at the same time, I mean, I need my education. I spent a lot of money to come to Kutztown, so I'm hoping it gets resolved soon, but let's just see and wait.
So, what are your thoughts on the strike?
I think that the strike is a good thing and that it needs to go on as long as it needs to go on to get stuff done.
I think the faculty should be fighting for what they deserve. However, I do, as a commuter, do not like how there's a lot of miscommunication and rumors going around, so I hope things clear up and we can get something rolling to either have the strike end or have a certain procedure to make sure everything falls out nicely.
Well, I support it, and I really hate how the state system is trying to make it seem like it's just about wages when there's so much more that's on the table that the state wants, that the professors, that the unionists are striking against. And all those students and parents that are concerned about losing money on lost time at class need to realize in the long run this is going to benefit everyone once this strike is complete.
We are standing with our professors because without them we wouldn't have the great education we would today.
And I definitely agree with that. I think it's so important that we make sure we contact the chancellor and talk to our state representatives to make sure we're getting our voices heard as students.
You know what though? They should really pay for the teachers because they are teaching us a good education every day consistently. And I think we should get this resolved because I want to get back and learn.
Well, it seems the students of Kutztown all have very strong opinions about the strike, but it seems like overall people just want things to get back to normal. So from the second day of the strike, I'm Kara Urland. This is Spotlight.
At the end of the day, it is the students who will be most affected by this. Remember, it's important that we stand together. We may be from two different worlds, but we are one family.
Yes, we are. And we don't know how long this strike will last. Hopefully not too long. And we'll wait with these commercials.
You know, with all this strike business happening, I can't help but wonder, where does that put us in KU athletics?
It leaves us still in the thick of things. The football team gets ready to play this Saturday, and the basketball team does the same as they rally for the students to get behind them.
Let's check out what Coach Driscoll and Coach Maloof have to say about their teams.
The purpose of tonight was for our KU basketball teams to introduce themselves to the fans, and they did an amazing job. They were excited. They wanted to show everybody what the season's going to be like this year, and I'm excited to see it. I feel like all the students showed off their talents, and that's what the fans want to come see. It made me want to, I can't wait for the first game, so I'm excited.
For us to play this and, for the kids to show up tonight, and I thought it was neat. It's a good start. We end up going to practice on Sunday night at 6, starting up for the season, so I think it's a nice send-off, and, hopefully football guys were here tonight and they can have a great win tomorrow. We got 4 people returning from a team that had a pretty good year last year, so 4 starters. So I think on paper we're expected to do pretty well. So I think we stay healthy. I think Ryan Conley's got a year away from his injury. Josh, continues to improve and be the PSAC Player of the Year. We need to find a center. Dan Cuevas is that possibility, but I think we stay healthy. I think we're going to be pretty good.
We really hope it drums up some more support during the season. And I know it's a little tough because once we start playing games, it's right around Thanksgiving and then we're off for the break. But we do hope that they come out for the first semester. Almost all our games are double headers, so we should see a good men's team as well coming off of the playoffs last year as far as they went. And hopefully we're going to have a really great year this year so they can get 2 good games for bang for their buck and really look forward to an exciting season.
Nate, you were there. Tell me, how was it?
Okay, amazing people, amazing athletes, amazing dancing, and I gotta tell you, without a doubt, the best hot dog I've ever eaten in my entire life.
The best hot dog.
The very best. I mean, you can't have sports without hot dogs. That's like going to the movies without popcorn.
I 100% agree.
Exactly.
Even if they miss a game, we at Spotlight will make sure you don't miss a beat. That's all we have for tonight.
As always, stay amazing, Kutztown.